Hey everyone, my name is Nhat Tri. Today I'm going to read a book called Fossils Tell Long Ago. Once upon a time, a huge fish was swimming around. When the along came smaller fish, the big fish was so hungry it swallowed other fish whole. The big fish died and sank to the bottom of the sea. What happened to 90 million years ago? How did we know? Because it was turned into stone. The fish became a fossil. The plant or animal that turned into stone called fossil. Scientists tell how old the stone are and how old the fish fossil were. It's called symphysis. No one knows why it died. Wow, that's some catch. Some a little fossil is bigger than me. Now, how did it become a fossil? Any Most animals and plants become fossil when they die or some rot. Others dry up and crumble and below gray, no trace of them left. It could be happening when a big fish is dead, become a fossil. Is how it happened. How the fish died, they sank to the mud of the bottom. Slowly the soft part and the rotten away and the hard bone were left. The bones as of the fish had been eaten left too. The skeleton of the fish lay out buried protect the deep mud. The thousands of years more layer of mud covered the fish. Ton of mud piled up. After a long time the surface of the earth changed. The sea, the fish was buried dried out. The weight of the layer of mud pressed down. Slowly the mud turned into rock. What happened? Ground speed through the changing of layer of mud, mineral of dissolved water, and the water seeped into the tiny holes and bones. The minerals were in the water were left behind in the fish bone. The fish was a fossil. Some fossils, like fish and actual plants or animal, that is sometimes turned into stone. Sometimes the fossil is only imprint of the plant or animal. Millions of years ago, the leaf tell of frequent plant. It's rock a swamp of swampy forest soil and called peat. The leaf was buried in one more peat and pushed into the soil, and the leaf was marked its shape into the peat. It was imprint of the leaf hardened. It became a rock called coal. The coal is a fossil too. Look how perfect the leaf look. A lot of other things have been found in the coal. Even dinosaurs. There were cells and buried whole. The scientists split the rocky and shell and crumble away. It's only its imprint. Here the other half. The other dinosaur tracks were made fresh mud 125 million years ago. The sand filled with dinosaur footprints in the mud, the sand and hardened into rock called sandstone. Millions of years later, the fossil hunter dug through the rock and found a fossil track. This is exactly exact imprint of the dinosaur foot. Not all fossil is found in stone. Some are found in frozen ground of Antarctic. This Asian mammal was kind of an elephant. It froze to death thousands of years ago. The grass had been eaten and still in its mouth. The famous Maton is found anciently in 1901. The Siberia, the part of this was showing through the ice melt ice. The scientists found pounds of grass in its moss in its stomach. The moss was fresh enough for wolves to eat. I wasn't there. Millions of years ago, we caught in the sticky resin of trees, hardened as became a fossil ember. The ember looked yellow glass and flat, perfectly preserved in the amber. Other insects have been preserved in amber too. Other, my mother has an amber necklace. Here's the fly and the spider and cockroach. Terror got stuck into the sticky resin. This we learn many things from the fish, ferns, and the fly and the dinosaur dragon. Tell about the past. The fossil told the once fossil were and now they were desert. The fossil there are these and plants and animals were found in the desert. That is the desert in the Pacific forest. I've been there. The Pacific earth filled in turned into stone. Wow, fossil forest. Fossil can tell where once the sea or the mountain. These fossils of sea creatures were found in the mountain. The earth has changed lots of since. Many lands were cold and once warm. We find fossils and tropical plants in very cold places. Fossils tell us about strange creatures that lived in Earth long ago. No such creature lives a day alive today. They have died out, but they had left behind some surprising living decent birds. Look, there's a fish it ate, and saw nothing happen in the sand. It was great find. Fossils found by scientists who dig them. Some fossils have been found by ancient you too. Might be fossil that you look hard when you see a stone and carefully maybe it's a fossil or something you once lived. I found a fossil at the seashore. Lucky. If if you safe can find fossils in the woods too, or where they just dug in new roads. Up or up the mountains, we saw fossils in the marble walls and big buildings. Marble is a polish in limestone where fossils have been found. I want to find a fossil. So this is how would you like make a fossil? Not a million of fossils, a 1 minute of fossil. Make a clay imprint of your hand. The imprint show the hand be like when the dinosaur track and the foot will be like. First you take some clay, then you flatten them out. Press your hand the clay. Lift it in your hand. The imprints show what your hand look like the way dinosaur tracks show us the foot it was like. My handprint. You're a fossil too. It's fun. Suppose you dry it when it dried out. We buried the clay imprint. Suppose a million years from now. someone it found it. The pin will be such hard stone, it will be fossil at your hand. Tell the finder something about you. Now it is something about life on Earth millions of years earlier. Someone who would know about me, I am a big, how many fingers I had. That's I go to school and take dance lesson and play piano and sing and read book and I love avocados. Ha ha ha. Every time someone finds a fossil, they learn more about life. Sometime long ago, someday you may find a fossil that 1 million of years old. That's you discovered someone no one knows today. I wonder what people look like in the million of years from now. Find anything yet? This is the end of the book called Fossils Tell of Long Ago. Now I know how do people know long ago of such things about creatures that lived long ago. Bye bye.